All right, Nick. There has been a lot of news with the New Orleans Saints this offseason, bringing in high-powered offensive weapons like the likes of Jarvis Landry, Chris Olave. But with all these splashes in the draft and free agency, we've kind of forgotten a little bit about some of the Saints, more versatile playmakers. And one of those guys is hybrid quarterback, tight end, wide receiver, running back, every position on the field, Taysom Hill. And Hill has been in the media a lot lately with the Saints looking to utilize Hill in the upcoming season. But before we get into this story, I would like to remind everyone we have partnered with Ultra Game NFL. Claps to them. But we're going to do a giveaway of some awesome merch. And to find out how to enter this giveaway, check the description of the video below, or stay tuned to the end of the video and we'll give you the information that you need. But before we get into the story, Nick, I want Saints fans to comment below. Is Taysom Hill overrated or is he underrated? What do you think?
Yeah, so talking about Taysom Hill, you mentioned he was in the news. And according to Luke Johnson over at NOLA.com, Johnson was reporting on an interview with Saints head coach Dennis Allen. This is what Allen said. I think Allen did something really smart here. Quoting Allen, "We talk all the time about positionless players on defense. I don't know if positionless is the right word for Taysom. He's a multiple position player. I look at him as a weapon in the passing game. I look at him as a weapon playing at the quarterback position. I look at him with the ball in his hands. I look at him on special teams in a lot of different areas. There's a ton of places Taysom Hill can help this team win, and we want to utilize him in all those different roles." All right, Maya, so here's my thoughts on this. Obviously, Taysom Hill, is a gadget player, can do a lot of things well, and he adds certainly a value to the offense. But here's what I think Dennis Allen did here. I think it's really, really smart. Obviously, the strategy behind the Saints is to build a high-powered, explosive offense. You mentioned the wide receiver additions in the draft and free agency. But just by mentioning that they're still considering to use Taysom Hill in their offense, they planted their seed in the opponent's minds that they're not going to have to game plan for Taysom Hill. And Taysom Hill runs, like he said, a lot of these different gadget looks, different formations, different schemes than obviously 99.9% of quarterbacks in the NFL, certainly what Jameis Winston will run. And this will force opposing defensive coordinators and defensive coaching staff to spend time game planning and teaching those players how to defend Taysom Hill. Because if they don't defend him right, he still has the ability to create big plays. So credit to Dennis Allen here, because obviously the strategy of their offense is going to be behind, Michael Thomas returning, Landry, Olave, Jameis Winston running the show. But the fact that he's putting the seed that defensive coordinators have to worry about Taysom Hill will allow even more reason for those guys to have a big year.
Yeah, Nick. And I think the Taysom Hill bait is like one that is super successful, because if you look at Taysom Hill, in my mind, Taysom Hill's like if Tim Tebow and Julian Edelman had a baby, okay? He's a better athlete, I think, at the quarterback position than Tebow was. But he's not quite the receiver Edelman was, but he's better at, those gadget type of plays. So he's like the ultimate gadget guy because he's like really good at tight end. He's really good at receiver. He's really good at quarterback, but he's not like great at any of those things. So when you put him on the field, anywhere he lines up, you do have to account for him. If he lines up under center or in the shotgun, you got to account for him there. If he lines up in that tight end role or even in the backfield, like to the right or left of the quarterback, you got to account for him there. You got to put somebody on him. If you line him out outside in the slot or something like that, you still have to account for him there. He's not like when you put Joe Flacco out to the right in the receiver position where you can kind of just write him off and like don't have to worry about him. You literally have to account for Taysom Hill wherever he's at. And I think that's what you said is this whole next couple months, teams are going to be like, oh God, I forgot. We got to plan for Taysom Hill. So I think this is brilliant moves by the Saints.
Yeah, because I look back at one of their games last year. I think it was actually Taysom Hill's worst game against the Dallas Cowboys. And I look back and they actually the Saints did 8 unique formations and plays and concepts against Dallas. And a lot of them had big success. Those concepts did. And all that film does, knowing or at least the threat of them using Taysom Hill, will force defensive coordinators to teach their players how to line up and fit all those different looks because it's completely different. Like it just doesn't even look exactly the same. Like you said, it's almost like Tim Tebow running the offense. It's almost like a wildcat offense, but better with what Taysom Hill is able to do. And to the point of having film on guys, you know what having defensive coordinators having to watch film on Taysom Hill will do? It'll open up guys that they don't have film on. How about Chris Olave, who I think is going to have a monster year for the Saints? Instead of maybe worrying about what potentially this young rookie could do, now opposing teams are going to have to worry about Taysom Hill on top of Landry and Thomas and all those guys. I think while this is good for the Saints offense as a whole, I think it could pay big dividends for Chris Olave.
All right, Nick, everyone's made it to the end of the video, and as promised, we're going to tell you about the awesome giveaway we have going with Ultra Game NFL. They have supplied us with these excellent, high-quality NFL merch shirts. I really like it. It's soft. The graphics are incredible, so I was blown away by the quality of these shirts. But anyways, how to enter this giveaway? All you have to do is subscribe to us here at Saturday Morning Inspection. Go over to Ultra Game NFL's YouTube channel, subscribe to them, comment on our video, and leave us a like. And as always, we're going to leave you Ultra Game NFL's YouTube channel in the description. You can find it there. It's very easy.
Yeah, and if you want more Ultra Game gear, which you should want more Ultra Game gear because it's fantastic stuff, you're already going to be in the description box anyway entering this awesome giveaway. Check out our affiliate link going right to the Ultra Game NFL store. It's got all kinds of awesome stuff. You got to check it out. Ultra Game NFL, great quality merch every NFL fan needs.